everyone, welcome to the morning news on Aunews TV. Today is 27th February 2026, Friday. I am Samira coming up with the headlines. Millions of hours of nurses and midwives approved by the Finance Minister. Health Ministry reviews. Government service 500 excavators with plans for 90 at Tema ports. This should be treated as strategic national asset rather than environmental burden. Ghana Armed Forces complete rescue of 71 fishermen after armed sea robbery of Central Coast. News in details. The Ministry of Health has said that it has successfully concluded negotiation on the payment of salary arrears concluded owing to nurses and midwives posted in 2024-2025. This follows an extensive arrangement with the Ministry of Finance. Information cited by News indicate that approval has been granted for the arrears to be settled in 4 installments spanning April to July. Approved payment schedule: April to 2 months, May to 3 months, June to 3 months, July to 3 months. It stated. According to the ministry, this structured payment plan reflects government's commitment to ensure that all outstanding obligations are cleared in a timely and responsible manner. The Ministry of Health wishes to commend the nurses and midwives of their patience, dedications, and continued service to the nation despite the delays, it added. The ministry also expressed sincere appreciation to the Ministry of Finance for the priority and agency attached to this important matter. Government remains committed to the welfare and motivations of all health workers across the country, and ministry said. According to a new report by the Institute of Statistical, Social and Economic Research, this should be treated as a strategic national asset rather than an environmental burden. The report, titled an economic analysis of the benefit of adequate investment in waste management and sanitation in Ghana, was launched in Accra on February 2025. On February 25, 2026, the release noted Ghana could unlock nearly 48 billion Ghana cedis in annual economic benefits by 2032 if it significantly increases investment in waste management and sanitation. The new economic study is urging government to rethink how Ghana manage waste, warning that the country is losing more than 6 billion cedis every year due to poor sanitation system. The report by the Institute of Statistical, Social and Economic Research says we should no longer be treated as mere refuse, but as a highly valued economic resource. Asset Director Peter Kwete explains that strategic investment in modern waste management will improve public health, boost productive create jobs and even generate energy. It further added that currently Ghana loses about 5.5 billion cedis in healthcare costs linked to sanitation, related diseases, and another 560 million cedis in lost productivity. While sanitation is also blamed for more than 107,000 premature deaths annually, and nearly 32 million lost works and school days. But under what researchers describe as a beast case scenario with increased spending of about 1,028 cedis per ton of waste, Ghana could generate up to 47.9 billion cedis in annual benefit by 2030. The study also points to the potential of compost reproduction, recycling under to 1,484 megawatts of electricity from waste-to-energy initiatives. Despite this, all 261 local assemblies together spend only about 180 million cedis annual on waste management. ISSER is now calling for urgent policy reforms and stronger public-private partnerships, insisting Ghana faces a critical choice: continue losing billions or transforms waste into a multi-billion city engineer to growth. The Jomoro Municipal Task Force in Western Region, set up by the Chief Executive, Benjamin Buabi, in collaboration with the Municipal Police Commander and the Blue Water Guard, has built 3 change fans and 6 water pumping machines, which were being used for illegal mining activities in forest and water bodies in the municipality. The task force also took into custody the remaining 6 of the water pumping machines when the precipitators bottled as soon as they spotted the security personnel. The illegal miners were operating in water bodies and forests in communities such as Ghana, Mungwa, Cocoa Town, Nsuano, and Apatase, all in the illegal enclave. Some of the tributes of the river tunnel are also involved. In Apatase, cocoa farmers were being destroyed at the time the security pounced on them, but they escaped and left behind their equipment. The NCE, Benjamin Buabi, said, previously, these activities were non-existent until recently surfaced. Recently, people have started to engage in illegal mining in these areas, so this is our first time getting intel. We have already taken choice and notice of these activities happening within the municipality, but title did we know it was gradually escalating into a large-scale activities. Mr. Buabi said, as the NCE, I want to serve a strong wounded warning to any potential galamsey that here is a no-go area for such activities, and anyone caught with the girls will vigorously. We have whistleblowers at every place to look intel to the task force regarding suspected illegal mining activities, he added. The NCE said, notwithstanding with that, the government has built a program to promote environmentally friendly mining activities called cooperative mining. So anybody who has an interest in going into mining can do so by getting the cooperative mining license in order to undertake proper mining practices. Minister of Lands and Natural Resources, Emmanuel Amakofi-Boa, has confirmed that 500 excavated sites from illegal mining corporations nationwide are fully accounted for, with 490 currently impounded at the Temaport pending clearance and administrative process. Speaking on the floor of Parliament on February 26, Mr. Buabi's claims that any size machines was missing, assuring lawmakers all equipment remains in state custody and the crackdown on illegal mining. He emphasized the scale of enforcement, stating, "Since my adoption of office, a total of 500 excavators have been seized at various illegal mining sites across the country." The ministry categorically rejected reports suggesting that some seized excavators could not be traced, insisting that officials knowing the location of every piece of equipment. "I wish to state categorically that no seized excavator is missing or unaccounted for," he stressed. He added that the ministry maintains comprehensive records on all confiscated equipment. Beyond the seized, but there outlined a series of technology-driven interventions aimed at tightening control over the importation and use of excavators and other earth-moving equipment. In furtherance of efforts to regulate the importation and use of excavators, the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources, in collaboration with the Ministry of Transport and Driver and Vehicle License Authority and the Minerals Commission, has rolled out a national excavator tracking system, he explained. According to him, the system features a centralized national dashboard, geofencing capabilities, real-time asset and enforcement support mechanism to enhance oversight. He noted that the new framework also introduces an import restriction regime that establishes multiple layers of approval before earth-moving equipment can enter the country. To import an excavator, an importer must first obtain an approval or permit from the Ministry of Transport. Upon arrival at the port, the DVLA registers the excavator before clearance. Thereafter, the Minerals Commission installs a tracking device on the equipment prior to release from the port. He detailed. The minister disclosed that the government has procured the deployed more than 1,000 digital tracking devices to monitor and regulate the movement and use of excavators and other mining equipment nationwide. The initiative, he said, is being implemented in accordance with the Minerals Operation Tracking of Earth Moving and Mining Equipment Regulations, and is designed to enhance real-time monitoring, improve transparency, and strengthen accountability within the mining sector. Interior Minister Mutaka says the introduction of online aptitude tests, among other measures of security recruitment, is aimed at curbing cooperation and ensuring medical fitness following post-recruit fatalities.
Then they just correct that, and the name of so-called protocol, they get dumped. 82% of them have gone through there without any qualms, and it is a better system because it takes away all the human interference and takes away all the corrupt activities that used to go on. I can assure you, the leadership of His Excellency Dr. Mahama will not sit whilst others go through the hell of dread process. Others sit home and then they just correct that, and the name of so-called protocol, they get dumped when those who qualify go go back home. We are taking everybody through the system. You come, you go through the body selection, we check your certificate, you do the aptitude test, you do medicals, because many of our young and die, but because they sign the undertaking, we don't even talk about it. Many people go for military training, they die. They go for these other services training. And I'm sure most of my colleagues who have been ministers there will tell you, they go and there because they have conditions that will not warrant them to go for the exercise. Many of them don't, in the past, they won't do it. We are insisting that you have to do all that. So that even if you have to be helped, let's say the minority that wants someone to be helped, he must go through and be qualified before even if you have to be helped. So please, stop deceiving the ordinary Ghanaian. We know what we are doing. We are making sure that all the corn men and women are taken out.
The Ghana Armed Forces say 71 Ghanaian fishermen who were stranded at sea following an armed robbery off the coast of Gomua in Yawano and Senya Bereku in the central region has been successfully rescued and brought safely ashore. In a press statement on February 26, 2026, signed by Captain Veronica Azo Ahiu, Acting Director General of Public Relations and Military, confirmed that coordinated efforts by the Ghana Navy and Air Force concluded the search and rescue operations after the distress call was received early that morning. The Ghana Armed Forces has concluded its search and rescue operations. The Ghana Navy remains fully committed to protecting Ghanaian fishermen, combating piracy and armed robbery at sea, and ensuring the safety of vessels within Ghana's exclusive economic zone, the statement said. The fishermen left adrift about 35 nautical miles of Senya Bereku after gunmen reportedly fired warning shots, held them at gunpoint, and stole outboard motors, generators, and personal items during a night fishing expedition on February 25th. A coordinated military response saw fast interceptor boats from the Ghana Navy Special Boats Squadron, additional naval vessels from the Eastern and Western Commands, and aerial support from the Ghana Air Force deployed at dawn on February 26. Local fishermen also aided in search efforts. Of the rescued men, 24 was executed to Tema in the Greater Accra region, while 47 were brought ashore at Senya Bereku. Deputy Defense Minister Yao Bojajanfi confirmed on Asempa FM that all 71 fishermen were found unharmed and none was held hostage during or under, noting the attacks were primarily interested in stealing equipment. Central Regional Minister Ekuopenyi Ocho Ogumo also told Joy News that there were no recorded deaths or injuries, stressing that effort focused on bringing the stranded victims home swiftly. This brings us to the end of the morning news. Headline recaps. Payment of arrears of nurses and midwives approved by Finance Ministry, Health Ministry reviews. Government seizes 500 excavators in plans 490 at Tema Port. Waste should be treated as strategic national asset rather than an environmental burden. Ghana Armed Forces completes rescue of 71 fishermen after armed sea robbery of Central Coast. The end of the morning news. I am Samira Franklin. Up next, Sports segment. Good morning.